Alright guys, we're here. We've got a truck from Alan's Transport. It's going to unveil the latest acquisition. This is such a cool car. It's so rare, so unique. But check this out. I love the way this tailgate comes down. Look what's inside. Yep, it's red. And yep, it's a Ferrari 550 Barchetta Pininfarina. So what they did was, to commemorate the 70th anniversary of Pininfarina, they made this particular car here. This also signified 50 years of Ferrari. It's such a pure looking car. It's a V12, so front mount V12 engine with 5.5 litre, hence the name 550, and 0 to 100 in only 4.4 seconds with a stick shift manual. It's such a remarkable car. It looks so beautiful from this angle. Look at it from the back. It's pure Ferrari. Now, this thing is so exciting. It's just so special, so rare. There are only 7 in the whole country, in all of Australia, and only 44 made in right-hand drive. Some say 45, but they've got to clarify that. But there it is. There it is. And this is an exciting thing altogether. I just can't stop moving. I just want to drive this thing. It's as simple as that. The car comes off the truck. I'm going to take this thing for a spin. Let you guys know what I think about this thing. My first impressions, my first drive in a Barchetta. I've never driven a Barchetta before. Hell, I've never driven a Ferrari 550. And I've got to actually tell you guys, so Barchetta in Italian means little boat. So that is what this car is. And what they named it after is the old Ferrari 166 MM. That was actually a Barchetta, so that's where the name first originated from. Then the last car to feature a front-mounted V12 engine with a spider roof is the Daytona, the old Daytona from the 70s. But look at that, it's absolutely stunning in person. I just love the way it looks. The color, the Rosso Corsa, is sensational. And a very special feature of this car is that they used a bit of carbon fiber back in the day. But enough said, I'm just going to jump in, take this car for a spin. So here we are in the Barchetta. It's a V12, 4.4 seconds, 0 to 100, and boy do I love this gated stick. It feels great. Such a smooth ride. The car is so tight. That's what I like. That's my first impressions. I gotta say, the car is pretty bare bone. that on the Ferrari F50. Yeah, it's got a bit of go actually. It's a torquey car. Just love driving a V12. What I did notice is that this windshield is quite low down, so it's on my side of vision a little bit, but not so bad like other modern day cars. But they have reduced this by 100 millimeters, so it's 100 millimeters shorter than the normal 550. So, but it's actually cool. Imagine that, you're just driving around in a Ferrari with no top, so there's no top whatsoever, but you do get a soft top, which is a cloth you've got to put on the car, and it's so ugly. And speed, you're restricted to 70 miles an hour when you have that soft top cloth on this car, which you don't really want when you're driving a Ferrari. You want to feel this open air, and it's bloody awesome. It's got that V12 sound. It's subtle, it's not overly loud, it's not intrusive, and overall it's such a comfy car. The seats are perfect. Ergonomically, this car is great. It's right for the road. You can actually use this as a Grand Tourer, which is what it's designed for. It is a real Grand Tourer, a GT car. Very, very comfortable. Still sounds great. It's quick and it gets a lot of attention. I don't know if it's the way it looks or just the color, but whatever it is, it's a great car to drive. There you go, we had our drive in this car, but for now, let's go over it. They only made 448 examples, only 44 in right-hand drive, and for the Barchetta, what they've made is the Scuderia shields are standard, so that's how they all come, and the two-piece modular wheels are unique to this model only. And to buy a new set, they're $15,000 US for a whole new set of four wheels without tires. This aluminium cap for the fuel is also unique to this car, meaning to the Barchetta only. But look at it, it looks stunning in person. It looks so fabulous. I like the deep dish wheels, the Rosso Corsa calipers. There aren't many options for these cars. What they also had was carbon fiber backed seats, so these are the race seats, which are similar to the ones that you find in a Stradale and an Enzo, but they've got a different pattern here in the middle, and it's got a lot of carbon fiber on the dash. It's also got a new material which is different to Alcantara, but it's got that on the dashboard as well, and it's all leather, which is a nice little touch to this car. One thing is, a lot of people don't like those rollover hoops there. They're quite big. They stick out so much. You just think to yourself, man, they look weird. Like, look how much higher they are compared to the windshield. So for one, the windshield is actually 100 millimeters lower than a standard 550, so they did that to shorten it, to give it that Barchetta speedster type of look. It gives it a different edge, and they've added this panel here and painted it so you actually think that it's a lot shorter than what it is, but it sits pretty awesome because this is in line with your head, you could say. But then when you look at the rollover hoops, when you put the soft cloth on, it actually goes straight, then it goes up here like that, then down, and it looks so weird, and it's so hard to actually install yourself. But this is the car. This is a 550 Barchetta, a special anniversary model, a car that looks absolutely stunning in person. So there's also carbon fiber here on the side sills. The handbrake is on the right hand side, old style Ferrari, very old school. You've got here the number, so this car is number 90 out of 448 cars ever produced, and it is the only Ferrari to ever be numbered, the only limited edition Ferrari to actually have numbers on them. Every other car, so think Enzo, F50, everything else, they actually have no numbers on them whatsoever. This was the last Ferrari to do so. Now over to the boot space. What they say is this example, the 550 Barchetta has more boot space than the coupe version. Check that out. That is a lot of boot. It's quite big here. And this is a soft cloth roof. This is what you put on the top of your car. What we have underneath here is the toolkit, the tire kit, and the original books. So that's more luggage space. This is so light. Wow. I'm so surprised how light this is. Look at it. So, to start up this car, quite simple. You've got the fob here. You generally have to press them with these old Ferraris before you start it. Gear stick, let's put it in neutral. Clutch pedal. That's it. There you go, simple. So I've got a clock here, we've got a fuel gauge, the oil temperature, water temperature, speedo, rev meter, and the oil pressure. It's quite simple. So we've got the fuel cap here, you press that, the fuel lid opens. That's for the boot, they're for the lights at the front, that's a sport mode, which is a must. I don't even know why that wasn't switched on. And that's ASR, that's for your stability control. They're your aircon controls, and this is your radio here. Quite simple, very old school, very monologue. And an ashtray, I don't know who's going to use an ashtray in a Ferrari. Your mirrors, nothing much, just storage space. And glove box, fire extinguisher, awesome looking seats, and that's it, lots of leather. Okay, so to open this hood, there's a lever here, pull it, the front hood opens up to unveil the V12 engine. Yes, this is where all the magic happens. Check this thing out. 5.5 litre, 485 horsepower Ferrari naturally aspirated V12. Now this is pure magic.